Welcome to today's tech tip. I've had a number of people stop by because they're exporting of grades from Google Classroom into PowerSchool isn't working. And I just wanted to review all the steps that go into it. The first thing you need to do is go into PowerSchool and make sure that your settings for the class are set up. So I do category weighting. So I'm going to make sure that my semester 1 is quarter 1, quarter 2, 50%. I'm going to make sure that my quarter 1 is set up with my 3 categories and percentages and that they add up to 100%. I'm going to make sure my quarter 2 is set up the same way, and I don't give a final, so I don't have to worry about that. And it wasn't part of my semester 1 weighting. Again, if I go into my semester 1, I have classwork, test, and class participation as my categories. Once you have each of your classes set up right, and you know what your categories are, then you can come over to Google Classroom. And again, you want to go up to the gear, and you've got your class name, and I am already synced, but I'm going to resync it, so that's okay. Underneath the stream and classwork, I always change the stream to only teachers can post. Otherwise, the students can send messages back and forth to each other. I also hide all the notifications on my stream. I just have things appearing on the classwork tab. When I come down, one of the things I need to make sure is that I've got all 4 grade periods set up. So let me get those in real quick. So I'm going to add a grading period. This is going to be quarter 2 because it's just for me. And this is going to start on October 24th, and it's going to end on January 12th. And because mine is only a semester-long class, I'm just going to do these 2. If I have more classes that have this exact same setting, I can select those classes here and check the boxes to apply it there. But I've already got the other classes set up, so I'm not going to choose that. Then I'm going to come down, and I've got turned on that the default grade is a 0 if there is an assignment missing. I also add the code missing in PowerSchool. And I can import from PowerSchool, because I've already set it up. I can import from SIS the different categories. And if you have more categories that are used in other classes, you can simply click on the X and get them out. And then I've got my percentage weights in here. Once I have all that done, I'm going to come up and click on Save. Now, when you're setting up your assignments, you have to do something also each time you set up an assignment. So I've got this digital footprint activity that my cybersecurity class does. So I'm going to go in and edit that. And so I've got the assignment here, and most of this is the same, but notice you've got to set a category, so I can choose between my different categories, what my points are, and the grading period. The grading period is new this school year. So once I've got all that set up, then I'm going to click on Save. Now, the other thing you have to know is that in order to sync up the assignments, you have to actually have it graded, and you have to have returned the assignment. So this is the assignment, and these are my grades, but you can see they're all in draft form. So I have to return these. So I'm going to return to all students, and I'm going to return them. Again, I could do any of these, but I'm just going to click on Return. Yep, return everybody's grades to them. I do have a couple missing. The other thing is, if you already put in the assignment into PowerSchool, this is going to add it a second time. Now that I've got these graded, I've got them returned. Now I'm going to try the exporting to the SIS, and you can see down here, there's my message, and it's still exporting. If I go back to my class, you can see that I don't have a digital footprint in here yet, but still exporting. So this is an issue. One of my students is not showing up in PowerSchool. And the reason he didn't show up in PowerSchool is because he signed into the wrong class. You can see that I still don't have that assignment in here. So until it gives a good, clean export, it won't put it into PowerSchool. So I'm going to come back into here, and I'm going to go into people, and I'm going to kick him out because he's not actually in this class. There he is. And I'm going to remove him. So now if I go back to, if I go back here, I'm going to click on, I clicked down here to see what the errors were, or I can click on here and find them. So I'm going to try to export one more time. That's a good way to check if there is an error, how to figure out what the errors are. Again, I clicked down here. You could have also clicked up here. It's exporting. And down here it says it was complete. I can view my details, or I can simply go into PowerSchool. So it put it in here as lesson 1.1, digital footprint activity. You can see that it put the grades in for the students. And that's today's tech tip.